Yeah, Baba. Yeah, Baba. It's Nii.
Hello, Temofe Moyote. Mo femo kembangmene ni femo oyi wala don wa ade nche ake ofebe ni mene we wo ba no sanegba nkebu ake gamanche series no ojino ni wo ya no ni wo fi one ni ole the only reason you want this series na mean feji amale efacho. You understand what I'm saying? Ni ole no wo je amale keke na efa nwe she mean generation. I recruit mean generation can wamalie me. Onukpa ine ni nye wo here. Ni ame yue anukwale. Ni ame amale ka kutumpo efite gafe. I recruit mean generation who can wamalie me. And that is why we have to do this. So that mean generation won't repeat the same mistake said on. The curse must be broken. Because kiti wa breaking like a curse wa meni baba wa se nwe ame baba chana ka mali no ni gandangbe ehan wa kokoko keji trajectory ni wanyena kan trajectory no na kan no mean generation ka meni baba wa se fame wa recruiter me ka bote the same amale kutumpo ablani femo mie be wa nako wa ya no akegbe me. And that is why we have to do this. I completely disagree with Mofie Monekake. We need to stop washing our dirty linen in public. Watch him Amalia no too much. Amalia watch him no chon. What dirty linen what get to basement here chon. Ni me liaka amale ni amen dumono. Ni amen yano na me can fit any be. So that dirty linen must go to the laundry. It's enough for a neck ni akagneshi ni mo fe mwana. And that is the only way ni wo ba nye wo ya no. Mene wanyaminu eko Victor Badu. Eba comment ye ni eshishi lala anyaminu. I completely disagree with you. The things you are asking us to focus on and to talk about, if we have this same sort of leadership, nakanibia wabaywe government with this sort of leadership, and there will be none left for you and I. So we need to fix this. What is wrong with us as a people, we need to fix it. And if it's going to take washing our dirty linen in public, we will do so. Imagine in Tatobo Biashon, many Monkabon channel no she before Ninkabobaya no Mink Pabofai. When you mean Helen Kokodasi, Mink Pabofai wadi and check many labin into your share. I'm a Jamie picture name Mink Pabofai. I don't mean to it is very graphic, so Mink Pabofai and square my way earlier than Shinkeg me screen no. Very, very graphic. But then check when you mean you are a pin wadi and check. She's in a lot of pain. She's hurting so much. A body continue deteriorate based on medication. Second, maybe any I can any deal with the pain. And nanejino ni onai. Min pabo faiwa. Inke blow nyane only stay no fear. May no fear ko baki ameni. Ye shibami. Min pabo fai. If you are listening to the sound of my voice, whatever you can raise. Ni okumaha wanyemi yuwe bomoding onu. Minkpabo faiwa kani oke leku na kan $20 ninka ye burger king po nshwenke hale minkpabo fai ona boninchon bomoding nama no na screen no ke gbe no ji no ni obanyo sendi o send wave o tap o remedy fe ko ke ajeme onu. Right, so before ni matwa mene audio ni mabo mene matwa audios enyoma habo watch Nii Ayeh ni nye watwa audio the second part of it audio matwa mabo ni ke ntwa habo ata benyele aka na ke audio na efie ke Nii Yankose na Nii Yankose nwe jegbe eba firele Nii Yankose eba jegbe firele ojogban die nche ona boni ncho matwa na ke audio mabo agbene references na me ba make ye audio say nyo no ba nu efe ye documents ye bie nke fe ba achombo surely the first document ni minta oni nke chombo benyele aka biamini ti acholete Akufo-Addo bani eba fe eba ha eba yue noni eba yue ni eke sane eba wache Nii Adama Latse ke Nii Yaote Oto am a release statement kenye ba akai ke chwake noni amele dane na me yuo dane Akufo-Addo lenche eba fe mini eba jie eduna akpo aloje na gawo call e gam ye lele nche eba jie ameduna akpo now the Gampamon Stool Dzase amwa me ngawolo ngene ini resha wolu eno makande mabu nke mi ha both sides both sides mo femo ni mo no ko ba awie wolo femo lo ni mo ko ba reference bejambe ko sken ye ko nka ba chonbo now so let her no juno ni nke screen no ni okwe ni okani inke ba chombo on the side one ba na ke inke extract of ni Dr. Nii tetekwe a gazette ye National House of Chiefs ni no fiole Dzase according to Ame inke no we the other side of the screen no in ehabo now ani makane letter mahabo now Obana ke Gampamon Stool Dzase I'm a letterhead no near your update letter December 6 2024 a press release to all press and media houses topic Ari purported press release by an illegitimate Gampamon Stool Dzase on a statement made by His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo on Monday 2nd December 2024 at the Ga Traditional Council. Now, the attention of the accredited kingmakers, elders, and representatives of the Gampamon Stool Dzase have been drawn to a purported press release dated 4th December 2024 by one Nii Yaote Oto II, who purports to be Ga Dzase, which he is not, since he has since the 9th August 2010 been restrained from performing the functions and duties of Gampamon Stool Dzase. And I can restraining order na me reference during the course of the video. Now, for the information of Game, all and sundry, the substantive Gampamon Stool Dzase, who has the customary and legal authority to install the substantive Gamanche, is Nii Dr. Tetekwe II, who was installed on 23rd January 2006 and gazetted on the 21st December 2022. Anyways, let me just reserve my comment here. See a copy of his gazette hereby attached. So Obana Gazette on the other side of the screen. In these regards, the above mentioned press release dated 4th December 2024 by the said Nii Yaote Oto should be ignored with the contempt it deserves, since Nii Dr. Tetekwe II since Dr. Nii Tetekwe II customary and legal that be bluffwe ebe ojugba ejeme so animal milenchama paraphrase na kenjebe mabo boni ejoko it's not right. In these regards, the above mentioned press release dated 4th December 2024 by the said Nii Yaote Oto the second should be ignored with the contempt it deserves, since Dr. Tetekwe has be an eminken wojema agbene minta on make sense because bluffwe na ngma ejeme eja amakane le boni amengmale customary and legal installed the substantive Gamanche on the 20th October 2017. It make sense. So I think what they're trying to say is that Dr. Nii Tetekwe has customarily and legally installed the Gamanche already. I think that is what they are trying to say there. Money typing here boni angmale je na kan type ile. In these regards, the above mentioned press, the substantive Gamanche has since since his installment on the 20th October 2017, been performing his functions and duties with merit, without fear or favor. Signed, Joe K.D.O. Benny, Executive Secretary of the Paramount Stool Dzase. Ona Joe Benny ne. You see, these people do not actually. Come on. On a letter, Nii Yaote Oto gangma. Bona, alors the Paramount Stool Dzase, amengma. Kaya abola pia min biye. Ni te acholete ameke mei aba ni aveta me Joe Benny ne leno ne ngmanakan letter ayi. So at the time ne ngmanakan letter le recognize Dr. Nii Yaote Oto as the Dzase, because Dr. Nii Yaote Oto I have expressed me, but just I am not just sitting here trying to make a case for somebody. Tomoboni nyeti ame kome ko ake mi ye one camp komie. Ikebu ake amale e fachon. The lies are too e fakwachon. And that is why we no one know money sign letter ne ikebu ake egbe Jimini Dr. Joe Benny, right? That is his name. Now let me see. I can mana wolu eni obana le no a signature yeshishi ni at the time recognize Dr. Nii Tetekwe get Dr. Nii Tetekwe recognize Nii Yaote Oto as the Paramount Stool Dzase. I need to find that letter. I need to find it. Oh, fine. Keke me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay, so here we go. Come on. In a letter, come on. Paramount Stool Dzase. No, get me. Come on. I have the express instructions of the Paramount Stool Dzase Nii Yaote Oto to inform you as follows. Money sign neke wolone leno Joe Benny ne no. So this same Joe K.D.O. Benny at the time ni aba favorite ne ni aba select Adama Latse na kan time ele recognize Dr. Nii Yaote Oto as the Dzase. You see the sort of people that we are dealing with. You see the sort of people that we are dealing with. As of the time, ni angmaleta le Dzase fue amengmawolo kete abola piami we ake esha ameno newo ake mei aba namoji moni Dzase Nii Yaote Oto moni ni ne yo na ken wolo eshishi ni na ken time recognize on Nii Yaote Oto ake Dzase neke Joe Benny ne no ne maleta ni bia ne kake Nii Yaote Oto jele Dzase she Dr. Nii Tetekwe Dzase. You see the sort of people that we are dealing with. You see, we need esani onukpa eni nye wo here. Ni ame ye wa anukwale wani me aname. A couple of years ago, this same Joe Benny recognized Dr. Nii Yaote Oto as the Dzase. A couple of years down later, Echake Edremo. Egeje Dr. Nii Yaote Oto no Dzase. Because a gazette le. At the time, name maneke wolone, no me Dr. Nii Tetekwe eke Nii Yaote Oto apele Dzase no she recognize Nii Yaote Oto as the Dzase. You may say ake bekole agbeneni ake gazette ebale nuele be moni anye gazette la sane keya. Granted, but I want you to see the sort of people that we are dealing with. a principled man ni edumwe na neno ni ewiake mone jija seche, he will continue to remain principled. I'm not making a case for anybody in Quebec. I'm just calling boss and strike. Jobeni has no principle. The facts surrounding both the installations of Dr. Nii Tetekwe and Dr. Nii Yaote Oto, this guy knows them all. But at one point, a supporting Mokume, he is not alien to the issues surrounding both people. So what changed? What changed? These are the people that we are dealing with, Gandangme. These are the people that we are dealing with. I'll move on. So there you have it. So Gampamo Stool I'm going to na mekake na can let her know that in Kani Aboni Nii Yaote Oto egma achafon because jail jija seche ni tumomeni kebwe Nii Ayeh a second part of a audio masumoni matwamabo ni bi komeyemi koni work bla na kan ni bi ami both we
Chairman Kenyame inwie moni inwie nkenya ge ye infoni ye Nii Yaote Odase ojugba Kenya ba ko infoni eko benka hwehie afi so to edwe bemi ni jase enyo ni fa pio ya bagalishian ni fa pio ye gamanje palise bemi ni wo patetekwe ni jase enyo ba fe kombe ni balaga me fa memo ni ya toto gami no jino ni infoni nka hwehie anye nyaba na ke amgu weshi onu pa ni jini oka mi san eyedan to enyo ni etu eha imeji ni ji ni ajima nkese ke squadron leader Mejote Gome kenya kwa mfoni nyaba na yemi agbena ekombe be mi ni atule awedi na agbena ekonwa na memfo ame piche ekonwa ba na ga onupa e trash many yo je me fe ji many nyeba picture mi o nyemeni nyeba na alo nyeba bo du etu nyeba na nye na ke nwie no kokeke ni ni yo jogba no Nii Yaote Oto gan as far back as 2005 no mi atole ida ke ni am gbegbo 2004 ni akeke manje gbo Jase to manche no ke jase to manche ke manche ejemi jase ke manche ni gbo egoku ama me tash na me chakpan na ke to le jase manche ni chon se aka wole gbe fefe da ni jase che ke jase ame to manche koklu o be mi ni amugi so se gbo no mi abe jase che no be jase che no e ba ke be sanana jase che no mi na ke to Nii Yaote Oto ga no Nii Yaote Oto ga ke min kai de to jugba atole 2005 ida ke Joe Branson ji money atole 2006 ndena ba to Joe Branson no mi ato Nii Yaote Oto ga jase che omo ida ke egbejano to efe meni to Joe Branson ke klo Joe Branson denje fe ame fe ame yemi na ke to Nii Yaote Oto ga ojogba ke min kai very well ake ame yemi na ke to Nii Yaote Oto ga no mi ato ko Joe Branson no ka to Joe Branson 2006 jo Nii Yaote Oto ga to 2005 benya no mi shi Nii Yaote Oto ga to bo ni gbegenu ewe party ewe ake mami ike ni ama suprefe mami je teshin ebe mi nkenya ke na gbegenu amale lo ni ewe mo eno de ile ni eyo Nii Yaote Oto ga enyawo ni fole ijegbesi gbese fomo bi jogba ji Nii Yaote Oto ga mami kenya ba ka tele mi eko ejepo ni chon ake nye senche nye ajintete ju whatever ju tetation nye bi anto na kenya senche Nii Yaote Oto ga mami di moni hiele bi omi ya ke le tetation ni nye senche nye amonto ne e mami yele bibi ona kwa gba Nii Yaote Oto gan e wofa ni je mami nyeminu ni anya bia nye biale no Nii Yaote Oto gan e le tentation ojugba tentation lele no me tentation aga choro okulu no bi antona ke ni te ko le ne ke ni te ko je si okulu aga chole no nya bia mi ojugba onu mi ji no party ye ke fi e ewie mo e nke nya ke je blomo picture say document ke situation nso ma wie bi mi en denye money ba je mi one year e ba out na ewie e ba na ni bi ma jile po ni ba sasa me ko ma ni ndo ele nko eje e ja ke ncho yen ke nya ke me ni le anukwale ami fa me ni le me fi o me chi mo eti ni nyemeni nyete ko chulo ko mi nyete me ko me nyele no ke gbege no anwie nye chele ituese nye kala ke panlo fi o ya chon wo te me ko me acho se wo jogba e ka bula fo mo bi tele mi ko nkenya ake ko ja bula o jogba o wie keke ya ke ni bi ko menye ni hi meji ame wie je no fe na yo no wo no ma ke cho se wo no wo wie keke kenye ba gba wo na le wa yi de ko wo bu ashi no mo ni sumo idemi nke na ganye bia mele ko doa ake be mi na ba fi mete pusu ni party chon agrupon aduko tokro ke ajimankese bi na ba fi amakusunwe nyo mi so a no kote no yen sho na no miele e jen ko doa e jen biale eno je chele mo ho le mi nje yin gbe mi shia den je no kote no shia ya fa se shia no kote no je no me no mo gba me no mo sakumo le ta je nye biale nye kan wo yo gen so mo nye challenge ami me bana
right. So anyway, it's gonna be in two parts. Send le shienyo una bonin chon. Monique send me. It was in two parts. First part then boy. So some of the things ni onuyemie, it's not any different from what you heard yesterday. Una bonin chon. Once again, ewe biamini akpa quote and unquote akpa Dr. Nii Tetekwe ni fact the other faction ni a supporter le ameke Dr. Nii Yaote Oto faction bafe ekome ona bonin chon ame bafe ekome inka picture say chombo just in case ke okwa konye video inka picture say esre screen no eko ehabo koni oni ake lele faction say nyoni no mi amembe ye jase che womo here atashi ni awe ni afe ekome ni ame fe ame agree ake Dr. Nii Yaote Oto ji money eba yano ni eye jase che so lele no mi Dr. Tetekwe akpale nye wonu wache numo sakumo yue now in your letters ni makane mabo ne ba confirm no ni Nii Ayeh ye biye now so ke oboleto obana ke chono gwa as far back as 2005 before ni ato ake wache ni amugi boshipon no mi Nii Yaote Oto afe no fe no ni abafe ehale omo ni ebonja seche yeli no ani edumoshi so edumoshi ake quote and unquote coordinator pe ne coordinate yala dabi jase chanifu won manche so bi ejake jase chani yo egbe ni etu won manche so ni Dr. Nii Yaote Oto ji jase che ni domoshi ni afu ni amugie ye Nii Ayeh ke Nii Adama Latse kampe le jase che ne dumoshi ni afu gamanche konklo le no yo wale ni eba femini eba to gamanche konklo ni Dr. Nii Tetekwe jele dumoshi ni afu wache Nii Yaote dabi ni amugi ona boni nchon so noji noni nke habwe no chobo no gwake even Dr. Joe Blank Simpo ni semi Dr. Nii Tetekwe ya fite ni no fite ni ame fale jeme ato Nii Yaote Oto omo dani ato Dr. Joe Blank Sim obana ke kai date so jugba but noni ewe yemine now like I said there is a second part of the audio bono unto
to ni owe ochi yemokota ake afi arbitration ye gan traditional council ni ame na me akwe ake na moji gaja seche bi ake na atemi miniji report na me gajepo alota me gbe na me aten ya ke na kan arbitration woli même se ni o traditional council me fe yemi ka gbene won ni o lemla no mi eleji akwashon jaseche ga akwashon jaseche ni mene aga atole akwashon che mi eleji akwashon jaseche la ifitai nati no mi sani ye ni o tin toshian ye dansoma ni am jema ye sani ye no taka sani te agbena te tete ku na chele bi ake balo ya ga invite le ni ke shin onu pai afuta ye ke woji document fe ni chon ake leji gaja se je ke ba na kanu ake ni ya to tugan na to bi na ti ni ya to tugan ye ke woji document ke shin onu pai ti ni bi atete ku ake enye isoje nga wolo no mi egboku enye isoje nga wolo the graph to ne ka mu imene ameno ji me na meti na bia me amega ma me ba me am ba represent tetekwe na bia me gbeno ni chon na wo tetekwe jase ja lo tetekwe fi jase je ame ba yue ake sakumo di moni fi na bi sakumo eje to bo ni chon yen ja sakumo yue ja ke sakumo je na e wo mo eje ni sakumo yue fe gbeno ni chon de fi ekusun ale ke gbeno ni chon na pale dan de momi enyo ni atoto gami no mi enwie mo ni yo fe koko keje bi ene e agbe o na ye kumeto eno wie mo ni yo e ko jopo e ko mi ni chon akeshin anukwale e ka wo yue ko o le fi lo ko aja hun e ba ni na anukwale ko no yo mo amale pe ni ko yue yo mo ku ka ko pe sha anukwale ko yue mo lo yo mo e wa na ko o je koko nse kele ba pe bo yo anukwale jinu e ona no sakunwe ba yue fe na bi amuye ke the graft me ake numu sakumo nye ke le wo tetekwe no ni le yue ne mi nye yo ke mo e amege ame la ke tetekwe achi la pasashi ka chi gbo ma pasashi afoto na ja ke fe nye pa amale the graft gbogbo ye je nye bi ale se tamate le je nye bi ame ake na meti arbitration ti agbena aten lo jeme no traditional council onupa ni ti ama attaché na kansani no ame fami na nukwale ni chon akeshin ni atoto gan leji gaja seje lo na ha sakumo ke na iro mo ame kakitan jeme ake ni sakumo yusu aboti ashito yusu aheto ni ke kakitan ake ni fe kusun eha ni atoto gan efi egusu eha mo aka gaja seje don jani atoto gan ishije na kanu aya abutia ni na iro mo lege kakitan no nye na ake menyo na mefi ekusu ami amugo aka gaja seje guru tefi oten nyere nye fo nye kan alukwale bega ewo tetekwe nye ni eche gaja seje me ko me unchela gaja seje no nupa ine ni fi ne ke kusu na me te me ko ameye alo ameye lololo na menye na me buchwai ida ka ata medi nyungo na wo fe na nyena no ni te no alo no ni ya no amonto ne anukwale onyo ocho anukwale yon bushi ni bi pie kanyu wo bonyomo ni bi fonji no fie ke to fin job ke ona agbe ba buden cho job fin epo nyena akufo ado kenkere ya ga traditional council ne eteje nshabo shinye na ka ayu ko ne kan mo ne agenda mune ne be she ngolo nche pa yi mama nyena ni bi fonji ni efita na afi ete ya we fashion eje na kanu party ne ewie mo mi da na efi odu be plo be wi cheche date ni lele nche afoku ina chena ka ewie ko ake emo ya na tipo ye dodoa na tipo ke la keke tetekwe aba atipo common registrar jile le take a decision kenye le wolomi party ko le wolomi ojo gba lo yin kan alo le bo ni gbeje no to ya o ba yue ni kelele nye fe du jan ni bi fo jin ngene wo fashion nya ke no wole nche nya yeje wa na atipu registrar whether o ye regional o ye traditional council o ye national o ke registrar jibo decision ni maji acheme take o nojuno ni bo o ke chwoni jebo take o decision do ka bo nwe no ke wa ke atipu ke ba ke show ke tete kwa ba no ke tete kwa eti na atipu ke tete fi ke tete ba fi tete kwa e ba tete kwa wale ni mo fe mo ni ba te sha tete kwa ke la je na mo ja atipu ona ga ngene ngo ya nke kani ngo bonyomo ni bi fonji o ba fi ke to yi shi kenye na agbe ba nyele nche ba wo ka jepo no mene ngo ewo nyene ka kufu ado nye fe ngo ewo nye fe nyomo ndo nye ba jele po
Right, so if you make the second part of Nii Ayeh audio any trouble any there are few things come here in your documentations come here be any masumoni nke chombo koni onake no ne ewie once again it is backed by Wolo. Now I'm not saying ake everything you just heard is true, no. Tomoboni Nii Yankose ke no ni onu Nii Ayeh wie ke wojie ke ni bi na nka afie fe me ni me fe ame conspire na me ke fe na kan ni eshi ebe jale na ebe kusumi na ya kusumi ke jale na ame be na kan wale esa ni ame fe na kan according to Nii Yankose ke ni te ko chulubi but just so you know ake Nii Ayeh ni bi akomene ewie wolo ye. Now I'm not saying ake no ne UFA 100% factual. You understand what I'm saying? Dr. Obaumyake, you and I were not mini. Chano ami. Ona bonincho. But onake ewe arbitration jinkome sande ni afefe ekoye ni sempeshia ni ache two faction tefe ni abana batashi no nune ewe no kwake ti achole te ni afe na kanshitamo Dr. Nii tete kwedi enche eba ni meni me badomo enajianji the graft ke ni amui ni abi amesane ka abi amesane sanjina abi ame fe ame wo fe atele numo sakumo ni abi numo sakumo unsane ni numo sakumo eyue no fe no ne eyue no fe no ni jeme aye ake be Nii Yaote Oto gan ya no na fe mini ni eye Dzase che na kan first arbitration no no ni ewie mi ni no say ani le numo sakumo botwe you see in grandpa numo sakumo ebo wa blow ahani le numo sakumo e ke numo akwa minsa le numo sakumo ke numo akwa minsa ame kakita ona boni nchon ake amefe kusumi ha mokodon ejaka me enyo ame recognize ake no numo sakumo kena ewulomo ame kankita ni ame kake amefe kusumi ha mokodon ejaka ame recognize ake yesani na attack yuemo na UFA Dr. Nii Yaote Oto gan ji moni esani eyanoni eye Dzase che ona boni nchon so babio yake ke inche numo sakumo is principled ni eyuemo no te balete ni manche ni biane ani wasa wonu yake leji manche le Dzase che ni le Dzase che ekpe na ke le esane ye Dzase je le to na kai manche so te fi ote ni mini ni recognize your manche ni le Dzase che mo ni le recognize ake mo ji Dzase che je mo ne femini etole now komo wolo ne ni nkegme bi update le 13th April 2015 and Makena the Inspector General of Police Ghana Police Service Headquarters Accra onake numo sakumo ke nae we letterheads afele kome it's a combined letterhead come on dear sir confirmation of Nii Yaote Oto as Dzase che of the Gan paramount Stool Dzase. As you may be aware, the position of the Gan paramount Stool Dzase has been in contention after the joining of the ancestors by Boni Nii Amogi II Gamanche in 2004, which has brought a lot of confusion to the Gun state. We, the principal Wulomoy, the accredited authorities of such traditional issues, in consultation with other traditional rulers in Gamashi, called an arbitration both way of the two parties and amicably resolved the matter. So arbitration ni onani Nii Ayeh refer to aka na ewulomo ke numo gbame ni sakumo wulomo amatami Nii Ayeh na pene no ake Nii Yaote Oto eyano ni eye Dzase che je amaleni woloni numo gbame ni sakumo wulomo ke numo akwa mensa ni je ten ni na ewulomo ameni ne yoshi ne confirm ake akpe na kan pe elele ni na kan jeme akpe ne no ake Nii Yaote Oto eyano ni eye Dzase no juno ni kan yo abo. Please find attached copy of the findings together with relevant documents for your perusal, counting on your cooperation. Yours faithfully. So ke okwe heading any your letter no ibeke confirmation of Nii Yaote Oto as Dzase of the Paramount Stool Dzase. Ona no ninchon. So ona no ani nko obwake inni numo sakumo is not being principled. A principal man ke wolo ne ni ne yeshishi ne confirm yake mone ji Dzase che e manche ne to le esani ekechuni. That is just what it is. You can't say ake ashimashi ne ji Dzase che ni mone je Dzase che ni moni oke je Dzase che ni le eto manche ni manche ne to lokele nchuni ni moni okpene no akele ji Dzase che le manche ne to le agale pasashi. Once again, I'm just calling balls and strikes. Beja bomoni osumu no you anukwale. You understand what I'm saying? Now, there was another arbitration by the Dangme Council. Ni obanake wache Nii Ayeh make reference to leun yemi eko amakane noni teno ye nakan arbitration mahabo koni okwe. So first one in Kenya we noni traditional council here ene noni Dangme Council here now na me yo nakan tachalete committee ni amefe ne keshita mo ne ni akwa ni awe no fe no ni abawe komo nke ni enmesho ba ke report on the arbitration by the Dangme Council on the issue of Royal Stool Dzase bona alo Dzase che now komo me ni me yo no. The committee of eminent persons was composed of one Dr. KB Asante, Reverend Professor S.A. Ayite, Right Honorable Peter Ala Ajete. So, but wa Peter Ala Ajete AME, wa Dr. KB Asante ne choice lenwe AME, Archbishop Palmabako, wa Bishop Palmabako AME, Bishop Francis B. Thompson AME, Mrs. Anna Nii ili ake nche egbo ojugba lenwe AME, Professor Ablade Glover benye kayo wa Professor Ablade Glover AME, GDA Laye Esquire, GE Alote Papo ke Bright Akwete member ke secretary ona boninchon. Now nekendo gonna date like January 4th date if I think it will probably be on the other document. Mabo, give me 1 second. Now I'm kind of just a few things. I'm observations ni I'm fe ke agbene I'm recommendation. Now come on. Okay, observations. The committee found as a fact that the customary process through which the contesting candidates had been taken were such as to render both installations incomplete. The committee took the view that it would not be in the interest of all concerned and of all the Gun state that both installations be set aside in their entirety for the selection process to start de novo. No committee en cholo kwake menyo fe biamina to ame amukusumi sanefio ye amenyo fe Nii Yaote Oto ke doctor ni tete kwe amenyo fe ame to emi kusumi ni afe ame sanefio ye shimon alo esake abafe kusumi fe ekon ejake kafe na kan ebagba Gun state na. The committee noted a fundamental flaw in the traditional procedures for the installation of Nii Tetekwe. No committee a kame na ke keji eba wache Nii Tetekwe le etoemi in particular no kopote ya min krede ni nuele eja akula ona bonincho coming blablo for mi ojugba. In view of the fact that he himself had declined his nomination for the position when it was made at a regular meeting of Amugiwe and purported to have accepted the nomination when no new nomination had been made. So committee yake let Dr. Nii Tetekwe biami ni beka alo begbele ake abato Dzase che le Dr. Nii Tetekwe le lenche je na ne kake dabi Dzase che esumo atekpe ya Amugiwe. Acheme, from what I understand there, if it were Honorable Jonathan Takikome Yemieke ole boli politics say wo esumoni ebaye Dzase che ifita naga me Dr. Nii Tetekwe ke Dr. Nii Yaote Oto no le tomoboni wacha Jonathan Komeke le politics say wo esumoni ke ibawo Dzase yeli emi Dr. Nii Tetekwe ke chele ebe wale no enye tu na kan ni committee find na ka ke le Dr. Nii Tetekwe je na kan now no te fiote ni agbene Dr. Nii Tetekwe committee ke efue ne ba ake abato le Dzase che eko abato le Dzase che ko biami ni agbeko gbele ko eko wake ato Dzase amakane jame ko and purported to have accepted the nomination when no new nomination had been made. So biami ni gbegbele mo ba aka ato Dzase oko sumo agbene oso ku oso ba aka oba ye Dzase ni no mi egbe na ken gbe anga omo gbe agbele ko gbe ko don wake ani di Dzase che ko don committee anike Jaminke. Now, the purported acceptance of a nomination was not made at a regularly constituted meeting of Amugiwe. A committee on Chono Kwake, Dr. Nii Tetekwe Semi, Neka Agbene, Ebaye Dzase che, Eni Ekpenake Ebaye Dzase che, Je Amugiwe bi na mekpe, na mekaka amintao na mewo Dzase che konklu. No te fiote ne kwa Agbene Ekpene ake ebawo Dzase che. Bi amina Amugiwe bi pe, eke Dzase che ye, Agbene Semi na kpekwe, ajekpe ye konklu ake Ekpene ake ebaye Dzase che. In the normal way in which such matters are handled, when a nomination had been rejected, it lapses and would no longer be available to be accepted subsequently unless there is a fresh nomination at a properly constituted meeting of Amugiwe. There was no evidence before the committee that this was the case. So a committee in Chono Kwake, keji agbelegbe, ake anidi Dzase che, ni okake osumo, onyo fo ko no ba kake obaye Dzase che biamini wekue etakoshi ni ame ba kake won ni di Dzase che ko efe make ke imi gbla mo yo jugba. Now awaya no, in the case of Nii Yaote Oto, the committee found that he was not presented to the Sakumo Wulomo and that the necessary customer rights which the Wulomo should have performed were not done. Ene kenye kayo nye audio ni nchwa from Nii Ayeh eluena kan ake Dr. Nii Yaote Oto ni atola akele te efe shinumo Sakumo je akele ya ona bonincho eluena ke committee confirm ake lele afe kusumi Nii Yaote Oto mo ne shinumo Sakumo efe kusumi le. Come on. The committee is of the view that the evidence available does not support the contention of exclusivity of Dzase by Tetekwe and Manchayeli by Yatewe. From the evidence available, persons from both Yaote and Tetekwe group could ascend to the Manchester stool, as evident in the attempt to install the father of Nii Tetekwe in 1965 as Gamanche, but for certain non-customary political interventions would have taken place. So I mean chono kwake ake Dzase che Tetekwe wepe eyo ni manchayeli ya tewe pe yo no kokula be na kan ake tetekwe mepe tetekwe we pe yo manche ni ya te we pe yo da bi tetekwe we pe yo jaseche ni ya te we pe yo manche committee yake na kan no kokula be mi because le Dr. Nii tetekwe in 1965 shofio nkwe e ba ye manche so onyo ka ke tetekwe we Dzase chame yo meanwhile in 1965 shop fio nkwe o papa ba nye e ba ye manche now awaya no the next one excuse me I think let me leave that one here koni anima kane committee recommendations mahabo kwamo ege kwamo weighing the totality of evidence adduced and documentary proof available, the committee decided that Nii Yaote Oto is the rightful Dzase of the Paramount Stool and should be recognized as having gone through all customary process. Ofane bona ona boninchom. I'm a kind of anyway a summary of observations say from I think this is from the Ghana Traditional Council. No, I'm a kind of observation say umabo. The committee found as a fact that Nii Yaote Oto has passed through the necessary customary process to become Dzase. The committee noted that for Nii Yaote Oto to have sat in state as the chief mourner during the funeral of the late Gamanche and coordinator of the funeral committee confirms his position as the Dzase. So committee and chono kwake ake Nii Yaote Oto etashi ni ake chief mourner ni afu Nii Yaote ni amugi fane keke mionu bi na efe mi fe ni nefio ni afu ni amugi beno chon ake lele Dzase ni because keje Dzase jibu onyofu manche so Nii Yaote Oto ni le domoshi ni afu ni amugie no chonake agree ake leji Dzase. The committee noted again that the Gandangbe Council has once ruled on the same issue. Bona so in the Traditional Council no ne ona ke Gandangbe Council no ni kane elia abu kwamo Traditional Council am observation say ne. The committee noted again that the Gandangbe Council has once ruled on the same issue on 28 November 2006 and in favor of Nii Yaote Oto the second. The committee observed that the tetekwe function was found of withdrawing from settlements in the course of hearing. Ona bonincho ame recommend Nii Yaote Oto is the rightful Dzase of the Paramount Stool and should be recognized as having gone through all customary process. Now, onake Nii Ayeh chono kwake ni Traditional Council fia me no ani ni sakumo alo numo sakumo ke numo nai ame beto ke gwanten ni ame wiake ame to moku Dzase don be a second recommendation set from the Traditional Council no yemi both nai and sakumo wulomo as part of custodians for performing rites on Paramount Stool occupants vowed so I'm a kakitake not to perform such duties on anyone not presented to them by Nii Yaote Oto. So ini numo sakumo egbawona numo sakumo egbawona gwadi enche numo sakumo mess na ni ya no am in 3D and it's such a shame because like I said I'm related to the man. It's such a shame. Ake lemoni ike kejamashika agbe adan ile moko ni elegankusumi fe numo sakumo. He has been on the throne for 50 years. 50 good years. 50 years. Numo sakumo. Ele kusumi efe mo femo. So ya arbitration sisi numo sakumo agbeto ne kakitanke a moment chekomi. Nina kai manche je Nii Yaote Oto gan. Kebahale. So miniba. Ike kwake Nii Adama Latse na asane ye manche. Those of you ninye to mi e fe o mi ake wax ni yo mi eti ninye nu ni put your principled shoes on and come along this journey with me as a principled person. Ni otawa male eje was certain. My granddad inni nini numo sakumo ekankita ke ekpene ake Nii Yaote Oto gan jija seche. Eke numu akwamisa. Hello, eke na ewulomo at the time. I don't know if it was numu because numu akwamisa later on than awule. So, but ene nitete if I'm again nitete you know sani neke arbitration ete no because numu akwamisa to 2012. So it cannot be numu akwamisa but nitete. Na me kankita ke manchena me ba fe kusumi ale. E ba fe mancheni Nii Yaote Oto gan ake moni amen ake le jase che na me pena ake le yo jase le mu enine shikeba mini chaki but you know what Nii Yankose ke ene me fe ni yue ke no ni nana fe no ni Nii Ayeh yue ke arbitration ni te no gan traditional council ke ganangbe council ke fe alona ke wo bola ni Nii Yankose ke fe alo fe na ke wo bola ni because ame ni ame tra na ken sanjie mi ame bena ka e wale na mbanya ame tra na ken sanjie mi boni ame ye sanjie fe gbeno na ame cho ke ni bi na ame fe ame chimo e ma ni jin ame force me kome ame bribe me kome no ye Nii Yankose susumo na ken no fe eja alo fe na ke wo bola ni eja ke me ni me fe kusun e fe ame ke tui pape fe kusun e ni ameje tui papa mi onum shishi Nii Yankose ke e ka mete court na ekome ewo fe chafun e ke le ka mete court na ekome ewo fe chafun so wolu no na ni nkane ke no ni onani Nii Ayeh yue aka fe Nii Yankose ke no me fe e bejale na e bekusum na no alo fe na chi ahwe bonum shishi Nii Yankose ni wache Nii Ayeh efe neke audio ne eba jiele na fioko eke na jiemo di enche eke baba shi na jiemo bi bio ne eke ba boto
Ayeh tete obonu bi Ayeh tete obonu bi Ayeh oche ke oni mele mumu sian ni ye be wo he ine wo ye pre oni ai e jage ni asigbo yue to mobo bo nunjibo na no fiano ni ojele mi onyo ke mi adu mo si 1 seconds na afo mo ni otu go down bo ona bule mbi mi mami inya kwele bule no achie tesa no ni ka police anyo o se no ka ojofo ye bo ona bo nke bo Nii Ayeh bule no achi ye tesa no ni ka police ka menyenye se e ja ka nyen force du ka fon ya bibo osisi ojogba ya o se na gbabo osisi ojogba manguna shi aje yen shi ani manguna shia ola ngoto pa beje Nii Ayeh nke manguna shia bo ola ngoto pa beje le mi to makebo ake inme gbogbe wo mami me ke wo yen me fe amegbe imami yen amefe amo emegbe e wo yen ta mi kemba bule ni kashi yo nupa abi ami ebo kwa shia bulu e no to ta fata to no nye no o nye no o wamo no to o wamo dan ni bo ye ni ko le mi ojogba ni bon ozomo ye UTC ni gbe elementary school na since 89 bi me no ke bo Ojogba ne bo I'll never forgive you bo aye bule mi mami inga akole bule no achi ni la ametubo no achi bule tumo na metubo ni ke police nyose by then no jofo ye okoko rara you live to see okoko rara nko picture ba fo pa no mi ba mi Ojogba abo aye okoko rara ye ba jofo ye gan kwe ba ye court on the tenfe nke proceed se ba fo no agbone bot Ojogba inu yemu ese ba ko nu ogbe Ojogba aye bo ke bene nke ni bi Ojogba aswesu bo aye o ke bene no to ni ye fe nye yami ni ye fe duni na fe ba ake mini po ake a inscribe ye fe ake ye ka tunoko ne mi umi kebo nke bo picture meji gbe ten shabo picture mo yi because you are the wanted to the police. I'm telling you. No call you kayake bo oya undercover makebo mune. Me Jangbo. My revenge big time. Me to mo fe monele. Me nye go ni bo achi obu. E jake bo. Je ta ko tulu. O be brother le chale to bo fe ta ko tulu. O cry ye fe frere. O che tata bo ni pona na. Kwabo. No ba mi ba mi obo Ojogba. O kokoro rara we live to see. Agbene mi to pan no bi fanele ake o chakwe ni akropon no papa kele 91 mi na dumoshi na mo wo se ni wo so ni do wa fe nyete mbe bo my expose ni fe mi ka pan no bi mi my expose ni fe oche e fita 91 sakumo ro mo ye je na tu ju ka kotaba kusuwe na ka fu ga bi efe me no to across carpet o pata Adama Latse e jaga obaye to kaboko ya je la baga numba ka nunya fo yin sido yo ka mumu me na nje ye po ona na ye ko ta fo da be na ka pi kolo ago tax ye ko ta ye gbe oye da ona ka na test ani na raise the sitting government president of the traditional council ona boni ye fe ye gbe aba mi ba bi nka proceed se ba fochi mi ba mi anyo eko or we live to see ni come on in no gbe ni mu ogbe but teto bonu bi aye okoko rara big time le challenge kwe imami na nyi chama mobo yi imami na nyi chama bobo yibi ni awo ya le mi sian ni me wa ka na tui ni mene e balance den nínú wọn náà ayé mi jẹ fẹ́ hime nye chame kenye n'ime amba yanukwale na mabushi miniba owo bo chami fún nye ka shia ni yo mele mumu shia ni yo ye ba fẹ́ bulu ani ye ba fẹ́ kwa shia ni ye ba fẹ́ mumu ani bi owo bo otisu o ba na ko Ojogba bo jale mo e o ba jofu e gan kwe o ke boko o ke ta frache o ba tashi no banu tumo no tuon o be hem no onye pransa bra bo no onye chirobo ona nu ni ko na bulu kwasha ba no ba du musin police alo soldier alo mra o ba jofo yi kwe kaka agbeme magbeme wa wo yin fenye yi kaka agbeme bo nke okoko rara nke nye sa yin Ojogba mi ma rect you ma mu yin Ojogba oko rara on the 2014 on the 11th of May ne oko ena hegbe ne ami ayomu ase ni mene yomu egbo 21st of May danibo o achibu yi bule ona bule chefoshin like bule achigo o ba ya mi ye nu mo e wale na kwe bo like bule ni bo achi ni no won ke tesa no ke pa wuli me ni chanye she tesa gamacha palise ni ye fe nye jofo ke nye boss mi ba mi eko wan ye ba jofo ni na ino shadow ona nya te ahun ona me nye je epo adede kalele o chakwe ni akropon lo tutu ejeshi ni eyawo bo cousin ta fracha ni akropon bi ja seche no ni ba ni tatakwe ke squad o memia fun na ke na ma se ye kajile ni tatakwe po ke pin le ja seche yele e ba ye by force no mi mo gbagbe no Ojogba ba na yo eko fi o mi ake Nii Ayeh Ayeh oyo ake ninyi imami eta eko ni etakwa metemukuhi mika mi hanga tete fe ya nele ya leaks na miye nyekwa page 20 nyekwa paragraph number 26 kojo botwe ka ayadome ka metemme kome ka me sa ka meteshi na metashi na me fomo yemo ke trami a metashi na me yo yemo ke ninami kojo botwe a big boy kojo botwe in US several times in other audios me a big boy eminje boy bi Daniel Makwe botwe ya krokoto we ehamo na bi jimi etutui na bi jimi yo ka oye ni da frache aywe ka teshin ayo mu ni dala eja ke ta frache ache la jo papa wo yin da amale ke number ba ke koto bracket ni woli le fe ni kashi woda obi owala ni you know ni ipapa ke fun ehun ade sai no ni yo adromo na ni saban ona obranyo ni keli se ba foshin echeteko nkele cousins ni echeteko obranyo ena no konye la mefio le jimoni hani tete polisi Adama Latse ehanko le ko property rate na medumuno na ka chakeshia ake property rate he wale ake ko he wale le obranyo ni ke leaks ne ba foshin property rate ake chake ngmanguna shia enaji muni ko ha obranyo ni ke leaks no ni yue no ta fracha no nyona ke no ya no chama de echeteko ameyoni ye captain tete okuji otuo niji asafuache ye ga abola se ga tumbawe abola se tumbawe abola se e ba dani mankata ba no FB wọ́n fẹ́ dín wọ́n mọ̀ ọ̀nà mú mi dín ìkẹ́ nyekwa Alex number 26 ní yẹn ntẹ̀yẹ bí ayé sani agbẹ̀nẹ̀ ìtọ́lẹ̀ first ruling house after Tuma Ayi Kemba Gamanchai Kumate Kuban na ba third ruling house is tataina kwa enabigi amugi so say the first ebi momo wo kita ga momo cheton no mene to boni wo tako tu be wo fishi ni tako tu we gbe e kashi ano amugi we biye amugi so say the first ni dikeje ya temami ni ame chake tataina kwa gbe eni totomo ekojene dani Kataman Sota ni taki kome heshi ne fishi a third ruling house. Then after 1988 ni yowa dromo na ka me gbena na manumi ye Eastern Regions of Chief say na la piami J Abola piami ni aite Canada ameji meni ba force because of Taki Obi declaration e fe gan say shipon 1913 no aba chake ni bi ahin no mo fia mo ke dwomo ewo mi mo fia mo ke susu wo ba apato na bolo ayami because of chief leaks na ba fe declaration chinye na yenya ke afi efe moche no fia no kashi ni a document no fia no onye twa no manya abani Radon. Abi. Your court I'm a squad there ni ba court on the 10th of December. I'm a pitcher. No need to know court ni proceedings lehun ofan do yo je me challenge capacity. Thirdly ji job ni na me eto egbe ke me ni fe ni ye heshiba mi akona kan ale. I strain me. I can make a two no ko lehun ka fun pa no. No fe o say watch out for me. Shinka Nii Yankose ete mi mami ni ji for mi ni ji Nii Yankose ete no ni yo mi ji bula ni bo aye o ya chi bo nke bo o ba chabu o ko rara iyo mu ase na emia ona ye ka NDC government e chake no onye mba wo menye yeba.
Right. So if you make everyone watch Nii Yankose he. So Nii Yankose, you can tell is not only invested in this by Shika, but elau ebote no ni ya no mi. Ona boni nchon. So esanenele I don't know. Ona boni nchon. Emami egbo ye manche gamanche sanene ni efe market no ewoni mogobaka keshi edomo. Look, nobody deserves to lose their parent because of, I mean, kawonje wa ya no kwale esani mokogbo ye manche yeli. This is why I disagree with people na mekake. We need to stop washing our dirty linen because I'm only a faction. I don't care what faction you belong to. Esani Nii Yankose emami gbo yene eke moko oko rara e check mo gbe onu ake mo ya mi emami sen actually ten mo ya mi emami sen mini date ni let me see if I can find the date somewhere here. Ami emami sen 11th May ona boni nchon ni emami gbo 21st of May. So be give or take 2 weeks after ni oko rara na ni echon. Now in Benjamin inlay Dr. Baumia Bake, you and I were not kechano ami. Ona boni nchon inlay. No ni onu Nii Yankose mi audio ni nchon abo mi me regurgitate the same thing no nu kemiaka ya nke kwa ke lele oko rara emi amoko sen ni mo gbo no ni Nii Yankose you ono no nko obo ni esani ene Manchester ne yeli echon moko mami semi amone gbo. It is not right. I don't care what faction you belong to. Nobody's mom deserves to die. It's not right. She nekeno container because waye anu kwale me malechon bomole anu kwale anu ewe wo malechon. And that is why I do this. I'm only a fat too much. Ona boni nchon. I'm only a fat ni onuni echi ake 10th December ni ate court proceedings no e kabang meni no Nii Yankose ke Nii Adama Latse esa na yo gamanche ya ke Nii Adama Latse la tokpa mi na yo gamanche ye eje na kan la tokpa mi ni Nii Adama Latse ya siule ake ebani ni damo ni eke yo ye no kan yemo na yue ni ekeba ni achon aboin court ya, if my memory serves me right, somewhere around August September toni aboin na kan court ya ayanolo agbekona. So the last proceeding say ni onani a reference inye yebie ani inke sendibo koni bodienche ona. Here we go. So in the Superior Court of judicature in the High Court of Justice, General Jurisdiction 12, held in Accra on Tuesday, 10th December 2024, before His Lordship Justice Ayete Ama Tete, Justice of the High Court. Una suit normal yejeme. Namoji plaintiff Boni Kin Taki Adama Latse II. Leji plaintiff Thomas Tayua Ololai Botri. Nu wofen wacho lake Nii Yankose, aka Party Particulars. Leji defendant. Plaintiff absent, represented by Jonathan Taki Komi. Ni tranke court na tie wache Nii Adama Latse enye ya Shimoni Adumo enajami ya jemeji spokesperson ni Jonathan Taki Komi. Defendant niji Yankose jeme. Now counsel Rexford Nii Yaote Oto for the plaintiff / respondent present. So money lawyer fonyo ni edomo shi eha Nii Adama Latse le egbe onu osunyo bi Rexford Nii Yaote Oto. Now wacha Yankose namoji a lawyer Sami Laye is in Sami Laye ni nle inyemi nyanyo Sami Laye nke ba ga gamashi emi wo no fe no eje ka ni mo go lagabo. Mini Juno Nii Adama Latse, a lawyer my learned friend Sami Laye just informed me that he is on his way to court, but he has been stuck in traffic close to the Electoral Commission office. In the circumstances, I pray for the case to be stood down. So nomia bi amini agbele at 10:53 a.m. nomia Nii Yankose lawyer eba sheko jeme etwa Nii Adama Latse lawyer ke traffic emole Electoral Commission no yiba. No mini jino ni court court ani a chike sekete in few ni a cheke se eko at 11:30 a.m. So about 45 minutes later, I could say a check se ko nomie mofe mo eba. Sami Laye niji Nii Yankose lawyer. Mini jino neke. Again, we have before you this. Now, let me explain this. Biamini Nii Adama Latse esu Nii Yankose. Nii Yankose challenge I'm a first lawyer benyele ke the way ni I'm a handle or I'm a case route Nii Yankose ke lawyer take yake I'm about attack the capacity of Nii Adama Latse as gamanche, because Nii Adama Latse still a recognize or a ake gamanche a affidavit ke no fe no lawyer prepare ni amekete court na me fa ne ke suit ne still a recognize yemi ake gamanche plan alo boni Nii Yankose ke a lawyer Sami Laye fi ame yake if ma ke nyanyo yemi Sami Laye ne no ke jije na gebe ko le beje ko le Sami Laye ne bo no pa wa shi ken tupemfo nyu ebe nyemi nyanyo no ame the way na me ba ya le ji yake I'm about attack Nii Adama Latse capacity. So the merits of the case itself, noni pote ni your affidavit me, noni pote ni le Nii Yankose Nii Adama Latse siu lake you ameta no ikula amenchono gwagaje gamanche no enye siu moko in the capacity of gamanche no hearing you ni ate mene achi ato ahuni hearing ne ba no December 10th. Now me you ni Nii Yankose lawyer ke. Again, we have before you this morning motion or notice to strike out the suit filed on the 12th of August. So I was right, Kenke August 2024. We move in terms of the motion paper, the supporting affidavit, and all its annexures. We rely entirely on all the averments in the supporting affidavit. It is our humble submission that the plaintiff, by his writ of summons and statement of claim, is before this court in a capacity which is not clothed with, and that is the gamanche. So na ken kebu ameke no je gamanche ni enye ba ne ba su muko ake gamanche. In spite of the overwhelming evidence as per the attacked exhibits YK series and YKI, we would like to invite this court to also take judicial notice of the fact that presently there is somebody sitting on the paramount stool by name King Takite Ekochulu II, who also sits as the president of the traditional council. This fact remains uncontested, and it is widely known everywhere in Lagos State and beyond that he is the gamanche. The plaintiff is before this court in a defamatory action, and it is our case that should the matter be allowed to proceed in the capacity which is lacking and does not have, in the unlikely that the court finds favor in this case, that would obviously have an impact on the reliefs he may be awarded. So I mean chono kwake mokota seno onu shishino ni nkandia mokota seno ni leji gamanche leji president of the Gan Traditional Council no Nii Adama Latse be ni be ba siu ye nakan benami e jaga nakan bena mo fe mo liake jele yo nakan bena biane ni keje allow ni akenakan sane allow ni Nii Adama Latse sue as gamanche keji sane te in the favor ni bi ni Nii Adama Latse ba request ake julale e ba dawa ade enche because gamanche ni dan keji ordinary person ni onu shishi na kanjiro ni bi e chon. It is our case that capacity goes to the roots of every action, and a person who has an iron cast case would not be heard on the merits of the case where he or she is unable to satisfy the court that he has the capacity to maintain that suit. We are fortified by the authority of Nii Tetechulu III and others versus Ajuri Cattle. No, I'm incited. A case and I'm incited. If we have received an affidavit in the position filed on 11th day of November 2024, if we may be permitted to respond to the few of the paragraphs, particularly paragraph 6, same read in court. It is our case that the law and the available fact does not support this position taken by the plaintiff. Per Exhibit YK and YK1, which are searches conducted at the statutory mandated institution of chieftaincy, there is no denying of the fact that the current recognized and gazetted gamanche is Kentucky Tekochulu II in paragraph 22 of the affidavit in opposition, and I read same read in court. So I mean, once again, I'm a side case kone support or no na me feel na agbe no me chono kwake one of the exhibits na me provide am I here National House of Chiefs say niji ni ana gazette ni chon moni poten niji gamanche ni na kan exhibit ameke chon court ni court na kan no moni gbe ni yo no aka gamanche ji ni teko chulu no na me wi ni me ni ji no ni Nii Adama Latse lawyer unke. Again, we are vehemently opposed to this application. Nii Adama Latse lawyer you one. Ake no Nii Yankose lawyer you kwe. Aka tuni nkwa abole tuwe kula ako eje na chafu. It is a humble opinion that this application is only geared to turn this matter into an issue evolving around chieftaincy. I mean chano kwake no Nii Yankose lawyer akeba ta ne fe ni ene Manchester ne je Manchester ya yo ebi awo Nii Adama Latse emuji no sani akeba abana baba ye Manchester ni so Nii Yankose lawyer ka cho sani tumo ata na ba cho mo ni ji Manchester court je no akeba sani ni yo court aka court a cho mo ni ji Manchester alo mo ni je Manchester ni ata oni court a determine aka ni lele Nii Yankose ewo Nii Adama Latse emuji lo no akan megbe no ni Nii Yankose lawyer you kan melegbe be te cho sane manche yeli sande. It is also a ruse by the defendant/applicant to escape the consequences of the defamatory material he published in an audio of in the person of the plaintiff. We contend defamation is in personam. It is against the character or the person of an individual. The person who complains about the said defamation material does so because of the personal injury he suffers occasioned by the said defamation material. What he is saying is that in unlikely event that he wants to prove defamation, the capacity to in which he came to court as gamanche will be considered in damages being awarded. It is our contention that the burden of proving that the capacity in which the plaintiff/respondent initiated this action is wrong solely lies on the defendant/applicant. The burden we humbly submit has not been discharged. We have shown in the depositions we have made, especially from paragraph 7 to 24, that indeed the plaintiff is clothed in the capacity to bring the instance action. We refer this court to Exhibit B, which is an extract from the National Registrar of Chiefs. So I'm more mentioning kwake dabi akanmegbe Nii Yankose ke lawyer amechon ene saneni achon moniji manche aloje manche je no saniaba ameke saniaba ake awo Nii Adama Latse imuji adumojeme na yue ko kan ame ni bia na ame avefe edumo no agbano na yue amo ame support affidavit ni chon ake Nii Adama Latse leun mancheni amo ameke noko echon ona boni chon no se ni jeje butuye achi sani eketo January 9th 2025 no jino ni inkani abone no ji reference no nani Nii Yankose emeka ke a challenge ame capacity ni akesiule a defamation ye court agbene we onani Nii Yankose refer to a restraining order. Ama kane na kan restraining order ake yele susumona no wo no fe no nini Nii Yaote Oto gamefe eje no goni esani amefe ake in 2010 inga no echonbo before she anima sani nke chonbo eko ake in 2010 a restrain am ake ameka ya no ni amefe no ko ameka the last paragraph mabo obanake it is hereby ordered that the first defendant Yaote Otogan aka Emmanuel Yaote Taki Yaboy is restrained from holding himself out as the Dzase. It is hereby further ordered that all the defendants are restrained by themselves, their agents, servants, privies, assigns, or however described from referring with the Paramount Stool Dzase functions and duties. The order aforesaid shall remain in force pending the final determination of the suit dated at the Traditional Council 9th day of October 2010. So like an order Nii Yankose refer to a refraining Nii Yaote Oto game ake ameka ya no ni amefe no konoko no jino ni inke sendi boy. Right, so there you have it. Inke no fe no echombo wo part 3 baba oyi wala don ake ofebe ni ona mene sanegba hu tomobeni nke boy matcha fe mabo audio say p sanje p ka wojie inye p ebie mano na fe boni afe ni bodi enche ojaji moni male moni ya no kwale moni fe no nesa komi onale oyi wala don wa ade enche nsemi fe nkomo mi manye wo miela ibe ji ni tete obo biashon mana bo kenyu ma asumo
Yeah, Baba, it's Nii. Them say you want to chop my